we are talking about. As he said, the highest rated.
Money check, swagger check,
what?
drip check,
Oh,
cut the
shit.
check. You know I say fly like a jet. I'm a triple threat. Watch me flex.
Hey there, Thyrandaal. How are you, buddy?
Could be better, could be worse.
Could be better, could be worse. Man, right down the middle.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've had bad sessions lately, but yeah, I did a lot more work for this fight than any other combined. So we'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I pushed the puzzle rating to 3,000. That's something. It's not the greatest achievement, but it's pretty nice.
That's actually the main determiner of these matchups.
I wish.
Do we have Casino here with us as well?
I am here.
Hello, hello.
Nina. Hello.
How about yourself there, Casinoduck? It's been a minute since the
It
last
has.
matchup for both of
Has.
you. So I mean, how's the break been?
I've been good. I feel good. I'm a lot calmer. I'm a lot more I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess I'm just calmer.
Yeah.
Not as excited, I'm not as nervous as I have been in the past previous matches. So I'm trusting that's going to transfer into some good chess.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too excited playing Thyrandaal either. So I know what you mean.
I'm excited. I'm just not as nervous as I used to. Don't feel it. Not feeling.
I mean, we're deep in the competition, so you've had a lot of experience playing the matches now and the calls and all that. So you're probably just getting used to it a little bit.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That will serve you well. And both of you have more matches after this because neither one of you has actually lost a match today. That'll be a first. But it does mean that no one's getting eliminated, and actually whoever loses the match will kind of wait in the losers bracket for a few matches to happen before ultimately playing again for a chance to come right back for a rematch. So there is a pretty decent chance that we could see this match all over again. So Thyrandaal, I think I saw your coach here in chat with us. How have the sessions been? You were talking about sessions yourself playing, but I mean, have you and Chushu got some time to work over the last little while?
Yeah, we had some pretty good sessions, and for the first time, I have actually opponent specific prep, so that we'll see how that goes. Yeah,
I'm honored.
Yeah,
or scared, either
'cause
or.
I've been told I'm predictable, which I mean, yeah, it's true, but I
here we
think
go.
Casinoduck is also predictable with his London and
Very.
Caracon. So
I don't
yeah.
know. I've been prepping a new opening.
Yeah,
right.
one of you could be completely lying here.
I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's named after a big city over there.
Across the ocean.
Yeah. But I won't say it. I won't say the name.
And Casino, you've been working with Qcorn. Have you been able to squeeze a few sessions in, or have you mostly been grinding on your own?
Yeah. We have been doing that so often now. It's everything's just like clockwork.
Amazing.
Nothing different. Keep on working on what we need to work on. It's couple things for Thyrandaal, but we'll see what he plays into, and we'll take it from there. Hey.
Right. Well, we got all the coaches on deck in case of timeouts. You guys know the drill with that. If one of you calls it, the other one still gets it, of course. And it's 3 minutes, pretty strict on that. So make sure you're here after the 3 minutes to resume the game. We have had a little incident so far in the competition, so I feel obliged to remind. And we have only one of us on cam, so Thyrandaal, why don't you call our coin toss? Simple, heads or tails?
Heads.
It is tails. So Casinoduck, would you?
Starting with white.
All right. Maybe some more glimpses of that place across the water.
Yes, but I won't say the name. It's a mystery.
Yep. Well, we're very excited to get into a match featuring two people that have never lost one before. Now, just on the edge of our seats for what the big opening reveal could be. So,
yes,
that's all from me. It is still 1-6, no win by 2. So you're very familiar. You've played the exact format throughout the competition. So no changes there. And if you'd like to call for a timeout, Thyrandaal, you can signal. And Casino, feel free to unmute at any time. Just make sure you're calling it after and before a game, not during.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's it for me. If you guys are logged on, I'll start the games in a couple minutes here while I get set up. Just make sure to mute the Zoom call. All right. Let's go. We have our winners final of the BrahChamps event about to get underway. Nobody getting eliminated. But one of these opponents here going to lose their first match in the event. They've never felt that feeling before. Let's see who it's going to be. Casinoduck starting with the white pieces. Thyrandaal with the black pieces. 1350 against 1238. Those are just the weigh-ins, though. Because believe me, this is just an even matchup. There's no other way to say it. You got Thyrandaal, who a lot would say is very predictable with his Philidor, with his King's Indian. You know, that bishop either goes here or here. But then you've got Casinoduck. Predictable maybe with his London, with his Caro Kann. So, who's going to be exploited in the opening? Immediately, we see a pretty poor move here, just from a positional standpoint, from Casinoduck. Very reactive move. It looks like A5 was played and just A4 shot out like a cannon. And it's not a good move at all. Black usually plays this to control that square. A4 hands over further control of that square. So this is exactly what Thyrandaal wants. And now the worst part is he's allowed this, which is, this is probably like the age-old thing in the London. It's like such a common thing that the rook supports the e-pawn, and then you get forked like this, which is why I never like to have my pieces like this. Always against an e5 London position, bishop should be on e2. So immediately we saw a hanging piece. Suspicious looking move from Casinoduck there. Thyrandaal, the lights are a little bright here in game number 1. He doesn't see the obvious fork that's sitting right in front of him. And now Casinoduck's position looks pretty good, actually. I don't understand this move at all. I'm almost wondering if it's a mouse slip, like it makes zero sense. Taking away the bishop and the knight square, I truly don't get it. Casinoduck with a great position. I understand this. G6. Bishop is pretty good here. Now, black will be able to organize the bishop out. It's just a matter of time. So B5 is no comment for B5. I don't think it's a mouse slip once again, but it's probably not a good thing when you've made, 2 to 3 moves in a 4 to 5 move span that I have considered to be mouse slips, and they're not. So, yeah, that's pretty rough. Not a good sign, let me tell you. You do not want your moves to be confused with mouse slips, especially not in a row. Really not a good look. I truly, I'm struggling to understand what was the idea with B5. It was clear that white had it, completely boxed off here. You just couldn't go for it. But he went for it anyway. This knight is struggling. It needs to go, E4 is kind of screaming. Bishop here, not a bad move, but I do think this one is waiting. Bishop G4, okay, there's something, if he takes, and then this square becomes available. I can see the vision there. Okay, rook e8 I would have thrown in, and then bishop there. Obviously, bishop there is good. But I do think there was a big rook e8 missed. White is completely winning here. Oh, I don't think that was seen by Thyrandaal. Oh, excuse me? The whole rook is hanging, and Casinoduck just takes the pawn and loses his own rook? What on earth? He's still completely winning because of these damn pawns, but I tell you one thing. That bishop is looking to get down here. Oh, no. Oh, it's just horrible. Oh, no. Guys, this is really bad. When you have a dark squared bishop against a light squared bishop, you don't advance your pawns on dark squares. I mean, this is just terrible technique. I think he's going to be... He's probably making a lot of moves I wouldn't consider to be the best, but he's making them hella fast. And I think there's no doubt that Casinoduck, one way or another, is going to secure this result. Just due to the time. First game, it's now at the point where I'll say Thyrandaal can come back still. Quite unlikely. I would say there's decent chances, but he's going to have to reckon with this. Yeah, c6 hurts. It hurts bad. He's doing a good job eliminating pawns, but I tell you, there's going to be a big problem here. Okay, I think he's got a sack. Because the king's presumably coming back. Yeah, sack is big. He puts the king there. He's done the right stuff. I mean, Thyrandaal, you got to tip your hat to the guy for pretty much playing all the right moves in a time scramble. It's quite impressive. He got himself to the winning position. He just needed to push the H-pawn at the end. But unfortunately, it's just not good enough. Just not good enough and just not fast enough. D3 in the Caro-Kann. Makes sense for Thyrandaal. Very consistent. Well, remember, here you can play knight d2 if you want to play a Philidor like Thyrandaal, but I think a lot of people probably don't know how to handle this opening for black. B4 is really bad. I don't care for this move from Thyrandaal. He probably just needs to play knight here instead. But my first impressions of this, first of all, he's played this opening earlier in the event. My first impressions are that Casinoduck has no clue how to handle it. None. Bishop d7 is a very misplaced move. If Thyrandaal was more on the ball, you're just taking a free pawn here. I don't know what's going on here. Knight b5 when rook a5 is available. Shaky from both sides here. I'm not too impressed by the moves so far. I would say very shaky, lots of mistakes. The guys need to settle in a little bit, adjust. But my general feeling about this opening is that it's kind of successful for Thyrandaal. Like a position like this, you're happy with every single time. So we'll see if and how Casinoduck adjusts. Yep, Fractal, this is a strange move, knight d2. There's a YouTube video I made on knight d2 and why it works really well in this system, so might be worth taking a look at. It's part of the 100 Grandmaster Tips series. But certainly a top move in the position, and I know that Thyrandaal has studied that, so nothing I'm seeing so far is surprising from him. Casinoduck, biggest strength is just the speed. They're both playing a very similar style of chess right now, similar blunders, kind of a similar level, except Casinoduck appears to be executing it faster. That's what it looks like. King is very misplaced here. And Casinoduck now has the king cut off, 2 knights. King is closer to the action. I mean, it's equal, but the knights I always prefer. let's see if the players adhere to some of our rules about pawns. Meaning, generally I'd say black wants them on dark squares. They're tips from a grandmaster, Fractal Dust, not tips for a grandmaster. So this is what I mean about Casinoduck. He just keeps the feet moving at all times. He's always going. Now, e5 might be a little bit of a bait. Let's see. I actually like the move f6. Surprising, but I actually do. King. King probably needs to go to a dark square. You don't want to be there. And now this is a move I don't care for. I would personally take the knight over the bishop. And if we see a move like this, boom. That should be the reaction. He goes here before bringing his king into the middle. My preference would probably be this. And Casinoduck with some understanding here on the dark squares. I'm not saying black's winning here, but I'm saying black's not losing. And you can just kind of dance the knight around. It's 1:14 to 30 seconds. Look at this pawn structure. Oh no, this is so horrible. What on earth is that? No. That's terrible. You had the knight against the bishop. What have you done? It's a disgrace. Oh my goodness. A complete disgrace. Oh. Yeah, that's no words for that. That's terrible. And definitely, I would say pre-moving here is objectively wrong. Yeah. It's just you have 20 seconds. There's no value to pre-moving, so you shouldn't. I get it. It's like the technique he's worked on. But when you have 20 seconds, there's pretty much no reason to be pre-moving. I just can't believe that white won this game. And at this point in the competition, these guys they're not messing up this checkmate, That's not something that's happening. It is 1-1, but I'm telling you, Casinoduck, that was a big understanding choke there at the end. To trade the knight for the bishop, really, really not what you're supposed to do. Okay, Thyrandaal, I'm wondering if he's getting away with something a little bit there. Just because this tactic does not quite exist due to the queen blocking the check. And, well, your queen's attacked, so you kind of have to... And you don't actually get your pawn back or your piece back. So, Casinoduck, knight goes to c3 and bishop goes to e2. So, I mean... I don't know what the hell, to be honest with you, I don't know what the hell happened because game one, he played bishop d3, knight d2, which was awful. Now everything's perfect. Bishop's on e2, knight's on c3. And he didn't play a4. So I don't know what the flying hell he just did. But everything's perfect now. He took all the things that were wrong and he fixed every single one of them. Bishop on e2, so no e4. Knight c3 instead of knight d2 is a better square, and no a4 against a5. So all good. Now, in doing all that, he's kind of forgotten like a little bit how to play chess here. Like, there's a pawn hanging in the middle of the board. What? Congratulations, you fixed all the problems there, but I think we forgot some of the basics on the way. Excuse me. We can work on those later, he says. Looking to take here. Nothing you can do about it. Might be scared of some threat with the bishop. You shouldn't be, though, and you should pull the trigger here. Nice move, nice move. It's hard for me to say so far who I think is playing the better chess. It's very difficult to say. I feel that it's Casinoduck, but there's been some pretty big misses from Casino as well. So still feeling very, very balanced. Thyrandaal, if he actually keeps his head when he plays that Caro-Kann line, I'm looking for Thyrandaal to have a big advantage there. Okay, obviously can't forget about this knight. So watch out for that. That opening, I definitely don't think is good for Casinoduck, just the way that it started, and I don't think he played it that well after. I think Thyrandaal can score big points with that opening if it keeps happening. This opening, I was going to say the same, but Casinoduck fixed absolutely everything that was wrong. So, you know, pretty nice. Not complaining. Yeah, the time management is... I mean, I don't know if it's always a Thyrandaal problem, but I do know that it's a Casinoduck strength. Casino plays very confidently. I mean, I definitely think Eviscerated is one of the fastest players in the event compared to his opponents, but I think Casino might be up there like number 2. And if anything, I think Casino plays more accurately than Eviscerated, so it's a more valuable type of speed. But you're just looking at a 1 minute deficit. It's such a clear minute. That means a lot. A minute, you'll basically lose every single game with this type of time deficit. And you see here, blundering knight h3, blundering knight f3. Casino is not playing that well. Thyrandaal is quite a good, blitzer at the end, time scrambler. But Casino is usually so far ahead, they just can't come back. We remember game number 1. So let's see. That's definitely a mistake not to take that pawn. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Because Thyrandaal is starting to activate here. But simply put, is it enough time? Like, just literally, does he have enough time to execute a win from this position? I'm not sure that the answer is yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. He did not see that rook. He saw it now because he was like, what the hell do I do? But that was just a massive mistake. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a free pawn. Thyrandaal has 10 seconds. Oh, he doesn't take it though. Wait, he can take it now. Wait. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know what these guys are doing. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Ooh, so trading the pawn, he has 4.4 seconds, meaning this is a win because, first of all, you should move the bishop now. He's not going to make it to 50. He's not going to make it to 50 moves. The only chance is a repetition. The only chance is a repetition. How can you allow that? Go to different squares. It's crazy. How can you allow it? What a mistake there. Casinoduck has some pretty big throws. Pretty big throws. I don't know if Thyrandaal is a better endgame player because we've seen some great understanding from Casino, but then Casino throws it away. That's the problem. He has the bigger blunders in the endgame, but his endgame understanding is still decent. Thyrandaal keeps making moves like this, which are like just crazy. This is a very strange thing that's happening. First of all, Casino keeps playing this, which is a terrible move. Keeps playing bishop here, which it needs to be on e7. And then Thyrandaal always hangs a pawn in the center, and Casino never takes it. So I'm like, these guys are playing somehow like the same brand of chess. Like I don't know how it keeps happening, but they're good for each other, They're good for each other. Thyrandaал's happy to hang the center pawn because Casino just won't take it. You'd keep hanging the center pawn too if opponent didn't take it. I mean, yeah, I get that. That's fair, honestly. This move, very tempting and played, I think, at the right time. For the first game, we're really seeing Thyrandaal play quickly. And I'm not sure what caused it. Like, I'm not sure what about this game made it easier to play for him, but it's definitely a great sign. He's up 30 seconds, although that's kind of disappearing as we're talking. If anything, I would have said this game has been like highly suspicious, so maybe he needs to play more games like that. Bishop e3. Because where else is it going to go? Yeah, got to go to e3. Big decision for Casinoduck. He's spending time. Knight h4 looks like a pretty good move. How do you defend this? Well, you actually have to move it. So there you go. An easy move for Thyrandaal. Even though this is probably good, f4 is easy. It's forced. You have to. King h7 is a perfectly good move. Was it worth maybe like spending 10, 15 seconds on? I don't know. That I don't agree with. Thyrandaal is playing fast. I like the idea of g5. Like, I like going for this. There is some counterplay to be generated. Probably need to take, though. Thyrandaal can be happy with this. But there's the counterplay. Very smart. Rook to c7, are we going to see? Remember, g4 is coming. That can easily scare you, but I think white's completely fine. So knight e4 would have really knocked black out there. Let's see. I think you need to take and then run the king. And remember, king this way, knight there is disaster. So definitely went the right direction. Casinoduck down 30, 40 seconds. You never see this. And remember, Casinoduck is not the quickest player. He's been outplayed in time scrambles by Thyrandaal almost every single game. So him playing quickly is something he needs to do. It's just not an option to play like this. You're at 15 seconds and you're Thyrandaal, maybe you have a chance. Casino, unfortunately not. Thyrandaal missing a free bishop. Okay, things happen. Not his finest moment, but he's completely winning. So he has nothing to be worried about. Nothing to be worried about, and this is what I mean. Casino with low time, he's not producing the moves that he needs. And there you go. 2.5 to 1.5 for Thyrandaal. How are these openings going to stack up against one another? So far, I think Casino has had good London positions, but I don't think he's realized that they're good London positions. First of all, this piece needs to stop going there. This piece needs to always go there. And this pawn needs to never go there. And he did that in one of his games, and it was his best one. But I'm telling you, when Thyrandaal plays nonsense like this, you gotta start punishing. So far, everything's great. Rook, queen, rook, like these moves are all that's needed. Usually what white ends up doing is going for something like this. It's quite a useful pawn break to know about, just opening up that diagonal. I would honestly just go back, I think. Yeah, I like this move. I think c5 is a big threat. Obviously, winning the pawn is quite a big threat, but Casino he's not one to win pawns, we've learned. But this is what I've been saying. The positions have been very good for Casino here. This queen b3 move, I have to admit, I'm not really a fan of it. He's played it in most of the games. And we see this nonsense d5 again. It's so insane that Thyrandaal keeps playing it, and it's crazier that Casino is not taking this free pawn. Finally, he does. It only took like 5 games. Because look at this. I mean, this is an A4 here, by the way, is much different than when he played it earlier. Like here, you're just expanding all the pawns, so. This looks very good. Are you kidding me? Dude. This A pawn is causing nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. Moving this A pawn has never been fruitful, I swear. This is about to be 3.5, 1.5, and I'm wondering, are we going to see... By the way, what just happened? He didn't take with the pawn, he took with the rook. Interesting. He has this tactic, so it works out. Are we going to see a timeout here? Because 3.5... It could be about that time. But it's really up to the players. Yeah, I hear you. Coach Chuschu is absolutely screaming for this. He wants a no-nonsense victory. We don't need the possibility of rook c8, you know. Okay, yeah. It's a great move. Okay, I mean, not the most convincing, you know, completely winning. Not the most convincing, that's all. There it is. H6, ladies and gentlemen. He played the move. Okay, here comes C7 and rook B8. I mean, this is phenomenal from Casinoduck. I mean, this is insane. Thyrandaal might be lost. He's getting outplayed up 1 literal whole entire queen. He's actually lost. He actually was up 1 whole entire queen, and he got outplayed on the actual chessboard. Nothing funny about it. Bishop e7, complete nonsense from Thyrandaal. A minute on the clock. I mean, we're not taking free pieces. I mean, I don't know what to say. Dark square bishops. Where should the pawns be? Light squares. White should be playing moves like this, like this. White should not be playing h5. Light square pawns. Yes, there you go. Black should have played g4. You're getting the hang of it. Now, obviously, black is the one playing for something in terms of, you know, the king running around making all the threats. But, and let's see, are we going to see a draw? No draw. Very smart. But can Casinoduck play on with the confidence needed? Oh, bishop e5 is huge. He can put the bishop here. Okay, this is a way to lose the bishop. Not lose the game, though. King f5 needed. Yeah, you're not going to keep that pawn as black. So I think we're getting to a draw here. As long as Thyrandaal can eliminate these pawns, which, by the way, easier said than done. He does have it now, though. e6. And now he can sack for that pawn, which he should because there's nothing else to do. The most insane survival I've ever seen. All right. We have a timeout called by Casinoduck. That's 3 minutes on the clock, starting now. Timeout was called by Casinoduck. That's 3 minutes, guys. So much to talk about, so much to improve on. But can we just take a moment? Like, Thyrandaal actually got outplayed. Outplayed to a loss here. I'm speechless. This is hands down the biggest flip of the entire event. We've seen chokes, but this one, the time's not a factor. Like, it's one whole entire actual queen. And it wasn't luck or like a blunder. It was actually like, it felt like he was really getting outplayed. Like, he didn't know how to convert it. The C pawn went, and all of a sudden, like, he just outplayed him. I don't know what to say. Oh, good to know, Tapir. We'll have to get another one on the docket for this month. That's unfortunate. It sounds like it didn't get too deep into it. Discord acting crazy, eh? That's terrible timing. So unlucky. We got about 20 seconds here. Remember, that was a Casinoduck timeout. Thyrandaal still has his if he'd like to use it. All right, let's bring the players back. All right, Thyrandaal Casino, that's 3 minutes, so hop back in and go for a rematch. Good luck. All right. We're back in. It is 3-2 after a series of crazy games, it feels like. Let's see how much these guys can retain as well. Because, you get some advice from the coach, but how much do you actually remember? It seems like Casino going for a different line, bishop g4 and takes. And how will the positions that they've been getting maybe change going forward? Or are we going to see more of the same? Thyrandaal going back to his tried and trusted. I think it's a position he's generally comfortable with. Normally you want to go pawn here, knight here. Yeah, this is definitely a very good position for white. Nothing crazy, but an advantage for sure. To the open file never hurts. This is always a phenomenal move in this system. I mean, yeah, when you play these like Philidor adjacent systems, always a4 should be included. This is a mistake waiting to happen. Otherwise, the knight probably has to go back to one of these squares. I would say this is the most natural, but hopefully he doesn't get too ambitious here. No, plays the right move. I would never do this move. So yes, we need to come back with bishop e3. Pretty good from the guys so far. Small improvements for white. I think just playing rook d1 or a4. Rook d1 would have helped for knight d6. And a4 is just always a good move. But I see that Thyrandaal's a little bit more addicted to b4, it seems. That plays right into Casino's hand. He says, thanks very much. I mean, this is kind of what you want here as black. Weak pawn now, open file, knight a4 is kind of an idea. You got to be happy with this. I think this is setting up to be a pretty good recovery from Casinoduck. And I use recovery lightly. I mean, I didn't like his opening, but there was really nothing terribly wrong with it. Knight a4 would be a pretty nice move. Take the free pawn. Hey, you love to see that growth, don't you, from Casinoduck? You love to see that. Far too many times he has not been taking free pawns. So who am I to get in the way of Casinoduck and a free pawn? Well, let's see what the lad's got here, because that's not one that you wanted to blunder, that's for sure. Oh! Now, I know that he missed it. I mean, it's obvious he missed it, but queen here would have kept him alive still. It's just very unrealistic to expect black to find the best move when clearly you've missed the move before, so you're in shock. You're not expecting there to be a move to save you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Big mistake there. Pawns dropping. Casinoduck. You can't resign this. You just won down a queen. Matter of fact, you might be winning here. If you're drawing down a queen and you're only down a rook, I mean, the mental has got to be more solid than ever. I would be very optimistic. Oh, that is a very good looking move. And a phenomenal response. Not allowing a forced trade with rook c8. Casinoduck plays his best chess when he's completely goddamn lost. What a fighter. So, king g6, hang a piece and then trade everything. Now it's officially completely lost. I think we're going to see some great stuff from him now. Thyrandaal has, let's say a small bad habit of pre-moving when he doesn't need to. This is a great example. I would say right now you have 30 seconds. I wouldn't be chucking pre-moves out there. You have more than enough time to just do it slowly, but he knows his techniques. I think he's just with that bishop there. I'm just saying, I don't like the pre-moving, but hey, not going to knock a guy who's up 4-2 and taking advantage of every mistake the opponent is putting out there. Capitalizing. That's what's going to get you results. He's making some mistakes as well, but most importantly, he's capitalizing on mistakes from the opponent. Casinoduck. Let's see what he's got. He's spoken to Coach Q-Corn here, so I'm assuming he's going to be getting the pieces out kind of where they belong. And I wonder how his middle game is going to be. I'm sure he's going to be more on the lookout for a hanging pawn if it does happen. Rooks to the middle somehow. Queen b3, he keeps playing. I mean, yeah, I don't have a problem with it, but I would probably go for something a little more like this. Nothing wrong with queen b3. Bishop f8, I'm expecting from Thyrandaal. It's like his main idea, yeah. Now, rooks into the middle. Looks great. Thyrandaal is going to be out of ideas. This is usually where Thyrandaal plays nonsense like this, honestly. And you just can't do that. Okay, there you go. You're always happy to see this in this opening, though. d5, you're waiting in the wings to take that. This is also kind of why I don't prefer queen on b3. I like it on c2, just because of this. And again, you can't support it with d5. Thyrandaal out of sorts here. He's trying to play d5. It's still not working. The e-pawn is a target. Casino's done everything right. He's also a little bit faster. d5, again, not ideal, but totally understand why he played it. He doesn't want to allow d5 from black. Now, I don't think this was necessary, but are you? Huh? What are we missing? What was his brain thinking here? Like, just move the rook. I don't know. I'm lost. Like, I mean, as bad as it looks, even G3 here is perfectly fine. Like, Bishop F1 would be my preference. It looks like the absolute best move. Bishop G3 is fantastic as well. But even something as bad looking as G3, still 100% winning. Yeah, this is great. H5, you know, can play H4 or something. The rook on A8 is hanging. The queen on G5 is ready to be exchanged. Casinoduck is playing this one very, very well. This should be immediate. No calculation required. You're up a piece. Get that queen the hell off the board. What are we waiting for? I can't believe this. 16 seconds for a queen trade when you're up a piece. Should be 0. There we go. He's trying to lock back in here. I don't love the fact that this is on offer here. And played by Thyrandaal. Big respect for this move. He's trying to fight in a position that doesn't look good for him. Rook takes here. There's bishop d6. He got 2 pieces for the rook there. There's some fight to this now. Rook g3 is a big time move. Especially because the pawn structure is damaged here. I actually don't think Black's position is that bad, but I do think he's doing a lot with this move. Like, can we get an escape square here? I know that Coach Chushu is... he's not going to be okay. He wants development, and he wants a goddamn escape square, believe me. Because what is knight a4 when you haven't done either? The duality of Thyrandaal. Rook takes g3, amazing, but then we gotta get that development going. Knight c5, huge move from Casinoduck. Casino needs this win, by the way. We don't talk about that enough here. He's played some pretty good chess. He's thrown a lot of left a lot of points on the table at the end of games. This is Casino's game again to lose. Knight takes a5 could have been played. No problem with this. Thyrandaал's the faster player. It's very bothersome he doesn't have an escape square yet, but okay, we'll probably see it on the next move. I think this move made him realize that back rank was weak, so he's probably going to do it next. Casino, he's not the quickest. He's got to go. That's a great move. Black's going to take and probably get an escape square in. Yeah, you know he's thinking about it. Rook here and trading the rooks. Oh, the long-range bishop. Careful. Who's going to give checkmate here? I'm not sure. Oh my goodness, this is bad. Oh, he's bailed out because rook f1 is there. He did not see that. In fact, he probably thinks it's mate. Rook f1 is there. I'm waiting for rook b8. It's like the move that you know is going to happen, but when? Okay, but here's the problem. He has to go for a draw. Oh my goodness, he pre-moved. Oh, and he didn't see mate. He pre-moved again. He could get mated again. It's mate in 1. He didn't play it. Twice. He didn't play mate in 1 twice. Oh, are you kidding me? It's 5-2. Thyrandaal with the W. Mate was on the board, available to play 2 different times, if not more. I saw at least 2 there. Thyrandaal gets it done every single game, doesn't he? And Casinoduck, I mean, what is this? We've seen this blunder from him multiple times this match. And with the match on the line, I mean, this is just not acceptable. This is one of the most basic London traps, let's call it. It's hardly a trap, I guess a tactic maybe. But you just can't arrange your pieces like this. I have a very strong rule in my London course that you never have pieces like this when there's a pawn that can move up. Always bishop e7 in these situations. So That's why it would never happen to you if you were following the KNVB London course. Now, given what I've seen from Thyrandaal this match, safe to say this is far from over. Far from over. I still can't believe the recovery we saw from Casinoduck down a whole entire queen. That's going to be spoken about in whispers for a long time. But I got to say, it's looking pretty good here. This is for the match. This is for the win. And this is to advance all the way to the grand final. Thyrandaal will just sit there and wait for who he's going to face. He's definitely been the more consistent player today. He's up an entire rook. It's looking all but confirmed. He's up 30 seconds. He's up a whole rook. And Casinoduck is... Ooh. Oh! What? And he's forcing him to play this move. What are we? Casinoduck, wake up, buddy. You played this move, you're hitting the knight. What? I mean... Come on. Casinoduck. Not the performance that the Duck supporters were looking for today. Thyrandaal, he's coming in just over 1250. He's not really the flashiest player. You know exactly what to expect from him. He plays the same openings every single time. That's a mistake there. But he's still up material because Casino didn't take this knight. He's still up. Comfortably. This could well be that smile tells me he sees a little something there. Nasty. Acknowledgement here from Casinoduck as this will be mate in 2 or 3. And that is 6 points for Thyrandaal. GG. Hello, Thyrandaal. Casino.
Hello.
Yo.
Jeez, the match just slipped away. It felt like it was kind of in the balance. Were you feeling some fatigue there, Casino? You spoke to the coach. What happened?
What happened? I got my ass beat. Are you not here, sir? Not witness it.
I actually witnessed quite a bit. I witnessed Thyrandaal get outplayed with an extra queen. I witnessed that.
Yeah. That happened.
I guess I just need more nervousness now.
You think maybe you're coming in too relaxed?
No, I really don't. I think Thyrandaal beat me fair and square. I give it up to this guy. He's freaking an amazing player. Good job, Thyrandaal. I did my best. For whatever reason, I could not best you today. Good job, man. Thank you for the...
I'm pretty relieved. Yeah, I had a very, very bad streak, like from yesterday to today.
Well, I'm glad I could change that for you. I'm here. Yeah. Well, frustrations will set in, though. But you know what, guys? I don't know. I'll sit back and think about it, and I'll come up with the reason why. But I couldn't play very well.
I felt so well placed against the London.
Maybe I did play well. I just can't do it. I can't get you.
Yeah, I was
played a lot faster than I anticipated. Also,
he's very fast. Casino is generally a pretty fast player. I think Casino, because you kind of need the time at the end because Thyrandaal was kind of outplaying you in pure time scrambles, but a few times you just had too much time that he couldn't handle it.
Good, because I was really worried about Thyrandaal there. I mean, I see the guy play, and he's making these pre moves, and okay, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I don't know, but I got something. I got something on you, Thyrandaal, today. There you go. So take that.
I was gonna ask how the London was feeling Thyrandaal, because it seemed like Casino's best positions were in these London positions, but he kept allowing this one move tactic, like a fork of the pieces a few times, and just these one movers. But the position itself was quite good.
I'm happy I didn't drop my queen once for that like London bishop, because I never encountered it in the pool, like almost never, like once, I think, in my last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really worried that I would forget and push that pawn and lose the queen.
Yeah, I expected you to be honest.
Yeah.
You did well.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks. One thing I was wondering is, because Casinoduck has been playing 3+2 the whole way.
Yes.
I was really curious about that, because I expected to be much faster. That's the main thing.
Really? No, so I could do 3-0. I'm okay with it, but really, guys, the way I feel about it, and this is just me, it doesn't make me right or wrong or anything, but I feel like I'm not learning anything at 3-0 at my level right now. And every move that I play on is basically from memory. Seeing a pattern or something like that, then I play it.
I do play on instinct.
Now, I feel, I could be wrong, but I feel, though, when I play with the increments, I get a little bit more time and I can think through.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just enjoy it.
Well, that's not a feeling. That's just the truth.
But I'm playing 3-0 because I have no choice. This is what we have to do. And I feel pretty comfortable with it. It's just, I'm just playing pretty much on recall. I don't have much time to think. I can think. Obviously, you can think. I'm not saying you're brainless. Well, it might be a hard argument after my play today, but nevertheless, I feel I'm playing just on pretty much just feeling. I look at something, this looks good, and I play it. And a lot of times, that just the wrong move. It looked good, but with a little bit of increment, I can hesitate just for a little bit more. And so I just enjoy it, and I want to learn chess. And so I'm going to do things that I enjoy. That's why that's it for the increment. If I'm lucky enough, guys, to get higher rated, then maybe I'll jump into pull it. I feel like I can do it. I can play quick, but then again, I just don't enjoy it as because I'm not learning. I'm learning, but I just don't feel like I'm learning as much as I could. I just feel better. That's it. That really is.
I see.
Reason.
Yeah, depends on your goals for sure. I think you will naturally learn. Not everyone, but maybe the majority might learn with a bit of a longer time control. But you definitely lose a little bit of that competitiveness as you kind of just seek out the best learning methods or the best understanding or extracting the most. But yeah, in a competition, you have to at some point abandon a little bit of that and kind of play something that maybe you're not too proud of. And there was a few moments of time scrambling that I saw from both sides. And I do think it's a skill that Thyrandaal has developed a little bit more. So it was able to be utilized a few times. But also, Thyrandaal was playing way slower than you, so he had to use it. Yeah. That's just the way that your guys' styles matched up.
I had to take long breaks early game, especially I remember game 1, I was completely lost. I think I spent like 30 seconds on move like before 10 or something. I was completely like clueless as to how to proceed, but yeah, managed to.
And you never thought to call a timeout, Thyrandaal? You were just, I mean, you put up 6 and you just didn't want to let up.
During the timeout, I heard 0 words from my coach. He was there, but we had trouble connecting. So
he spent 3 minutes trying to connect.
Basically, he told me one move not to do, the D5, and told me to analyze the game. So I opened one game, checked it, and that was my break.
Got it.
So yeah, I didn't think I needed more of that.
Q-Corn is verifying the same thing on their end.
Yeah.
We actually had the chessbrah gym. Just we couldn't even host the lesson because Discord was just conking
Well,
out.
I'm glad we decided, Thyrandaal, to go ahead and just do it.
Yeah, I guess it completely got canceled.
Well, we only made it a little bit in before it was just impossible to continue. So Discord really KOing right in the middle of a lot of activities that could use Discord.
Yep, indeed.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, because I was just texting back and forth, and I'm like, well, great. Now I can't even talk to.
Yeah, you can only get
Q-Corn. I'm like,
snail mail advice.
Yeah. But it's all good. Good job, Randall.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I was super stressed for this one.
Resilient style, Thyrandaal. You kind of get it done in the end, one way or another, and everything kind of plays a role into it. Your openings, you're kind of adjusting. But the bigger mistakes overall came from Casino, like full
Queens.
Pieces, full queens.
Full queens.
I mean, sometimes that wasn't enough, but
it wasn't even in. It wasn't even in my eyesight, you know. So I definitely wasn't feeling it. I don't know. I don't know. I have no excuse.
It happens. You're not at your best every single time you play. That's just a fact.
It's weird.
Another thing, I was curious. You didn't want to go in the displaced king variation more than once. It didn't go that bad the first time, no?
I'm sorry, which variation?
I think he means when you trade queen, like the Karo Khan, where you take in the center and then trade his queen immediately so he can't castle.
I was expecting this to happen 5 times.
Oh.
I prepared for that.
Go. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm playing black, so everything I do is based off of what you do.
Yeah, but you didn't take you went in with the bishop. You didn't take in. You didn't play it quote unquote
I just
correctly.
went another way.
Yeah, the other.
Well,
I only tried it twice. I thought it was the second attempt was after the coaching, so I figured coaching told you not to go there.
I see. Coaching told me you were hanging a pawn somewhere, and
he was hanging a lot of pawns.
Yeah,
well, okay, so I don't know notation as well as I should, you know, and so he's giving all this notation, which is great, but I only have like a minute.
Yeah,
and I couldn't locate those. Like, okay, I'm just going to look for hanging pawns.
Yeah, especially without like a screen share or like a moment to actually look at stuff. You're like, okay, got it.
Yeah, and then I hang my queen, and I'm like, okay, all right, I got to go throw something real quick, and I'll be right back.
Thyrandaal did the same. I think he threw the game.
Yep.
However,
drew a couple games also.
There were some points left on the table there. I would say Casino on your end, it felt like a lot of times when he was low on time, you had a pretty good position, and he kind of ended up outplaying you in a time scramble. And he definitely has the skills to do that.
See it.
What's that?
Well, actually, I'm going to go to the kick.com so I can see what you're talking about. Here we go. Okay, I'm ready.
I don't actually have a game in front of me. It was more of a general thing.
Aman. I'm sorry. I thought you were going because of here and here and here. I'm like, oh, well, let me see.
Well, no, but I didn't say any moves.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
One thing I actually don't like to do is I don't like to. I've seen a lot of chess interviews where they speak to the players and they're like, how is the game? And then the guys start talking about like, oh yeah, bishop here, knight here. And I'm like, even as a person who understands notation, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense to me. So I usually try to conduct the interviews in a more general way, but sometimes there really is something that's like so memorable. I do bring it up, but no, I wasn't, especially after you just mentioned notation, I wasn't trying to confuse you further.
Yeah. well, I was definitely excited about seeing something there, I guess.
Hey, pawns in the center. Thyrandaal definitely needs to review. He was like playing a solid Philidor, and then boom, it became unsolid in the center immediately. Pawns hanging, and well, it could be a really interesting rematch, right? It's actually the most likely result, just because the other players have so many other matches and fights they have to win. Whereas for yourself, Casino, you lost this match, but as you go down into the losers bracket, you're basically going to be seeded in a way that you just kind of have to win again to jump right back up to play him. So this is a rematch that could very well happen.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much past the quarterfinals here, right? I mean, I'm guaranteed third, right?
Yep.
You're only going to face off in one more matchup, and after that.
Okay, so who is it?
Well, I got to wait for a few matchups. So Pieszki and Jake are going to play, and the winner of that's going to play Eviscerated, and then the winner of that is going to play you.
Gotcha.
Yep. And then if you win that match, you jump up and play Thyrandaal again.
All right.
So that's where we stand. The next match is going to be this Wednesday. It is Pieszki and Jake. And then Eviscerated will play the winner. It'd be nice. We'll try to get that match scheduled for this week. And then, potentially next week, we could host the other two matches, like Casino versus the winner. And then whoever that is against Thyrandaal, ultimately to win the entire thing. And what it does mean, Thyrandaal, is whoever plays you will need to lose twice against them, right? Like two separate matches. So you still have your two lives as part of the double elimination. So that's
I can
something
lose
to be
for
happy
a long
about.
time.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you'll be sitting there waiting. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Someone else will be, pretty informed. Eviscerated and Jake are both like beginning of the losers bracket.
So how would that work, Aman? So in one setting, can we play literally like 24 games?
Yep. It could be, like a 6.5, 5.5 result win for the person coming from the losers bracket. And then it could be a 6.5, 5.5 result after that, if that's what you mean. Like it could go the distance. And remember, it's really having a hard time happening, but it can always go to tiebreaks.
Oh, it could even go longer.
That's right.
Goodness.
That's right.
Reveal the mysterious tiebreak system.
Yeah, I tell you, we've been working on it. It's a really, really complex system.
Yeah.
So that's where we stand. And yeah, Thyrandaal, congratulations. You're our only undefeated player left in the event, which is something I guess you could technically still maintain all the way to the crown if you win your last match, like if you win the first edition of the final match. Yep. So congrats. You haven't yet felt what it feels like to lose a BrahChamps match.
Yeah. Thanks. I'll take that.
Good job.
I'm doing better than expected, so that's all good.
What about you, Casinoduck? He says he's doing better than he expected. How about you compared to your expectations?
I am not. I feel I could play better, but obviously I'm just not. So, you could feel as much as you want to feel, but until you start seeing the results, it's still kind of a fantasy.
It's true.
So we have to make it a reality.
I agree with that. Yeah, you can't just talk about, should be there.
I should, I thought I was much better than that, but no, it doesn't look like it.
Well, you're still pretty much the percentage-wise the second favorite to win the whole thing, so I wouldn't get too discouraged. And again, you'll have some time before your next match, and whoever it is, only a match away from facing off again.
Okay, all right. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, Aman.
There you go. Thyrandaal, Casino. Thanks for also the patience before we even hosted this match because a lot of other ones had to happen. And so another little break for both of you while we host these other couple matches that we need to before we know your opponents. But GG's tonight, and thank you for the match.
GG's. Thanks for commenting and doing all this work.
My pleasure.
Good night.
All right, good night,
Yeah.
guys.